Hey there, everybody. We're back with the Pond Revolver from Lucius W. Pond. Today we're going to be fixing the timing issue. If you want to learn more about this pistol, you can check out my previous video. But you can see there that that is not indexing properly. That should be even. And this one has got an interesting issue where it's over indexing. So that tells me there's probably a part replaced in there at some point in time. And what we're looking at there is what I believe is the issue, and I'm going to be focusing on here. That is the hand. The hand comes around and pushes on the back of the cylinder to make it rotate. And you can see there it's spring loaded. It's got, some force. There's the close-up of it, so you can see it a bit better. It's a ratchet. If you guys ever use those ratchets for tying things to the roof of your car, it's the same mechanism. It can only rotate in one direction and not backwards. So in order to fix that part, I have to get to that part. Kind of obvious, huh, guys? In the Pond Revolver, it's actually quite simple. It's a single screw. That same screw activates the hammer, which is why I just lowered it, because you don't want tension on it. So lower the hammer, take the screw out. Giant hands. Tiny gun. Can't find the frame. Is that framed? Is that framed? I guess that's framed. Pop off the side plate. And the spring that pushes the hand forward, the pawl forward, has been replaced. And frankly, to me, it's not providing enough pressure. It's not the reason for the issue, but it could become its own issue at some point. So that triangular piece sticking out there I was just poking at, that's the actual hand. And here's the spring I'm going to be replacing it with. There's already a hole in the frame. I think that was partly factory, partly somebody messing around, but that's the hole, and it goes straight through to the other side. I'm not going to change the diameter of the hole. I'm not going to do anything like that. Again, this is not about making a new pistol. This is about, I guess it's a restoration, but it's a reversible restoration. I'm not removing any original parts. I'm just replacing replacement parts with better replacement parts, if that makes any sense. This is just spring steel I picked up at a hobby shop. Piano wire is, I believe, what they call it. It's very hard. I don't know what I was thinking here trying to file it with a hand file. That's something you're going to have to take care of with a Dremel or something of the sort. Be incredibly careful not to touch the original metal. I don't mind a little bit poking out. It's going to be rounded over with the Dremel, so a bump isn't bad, but a spear sticking out where your hand goes is not great. So again, just be careful if you're doing this. I don't know if I would recommend the average person do this, but if you're confident, try it. If it's something you're worried about, practice on something less important first. So I have to shorten that hammer. You can see the tip of it, how long it is there. So I want to take a bit of that off, and I'm going to keep almost like a 45-degree angle on the face, so it rides flat against the cylinder. Comes out pretty easy. Not too sure how much I have to remove, so a little bit at a time, and reassemble and test. So I'm blackening it so I can see where I'm removing material from. Trying a bit of superfine sandpaper. And now I'm going to speed up the process. You can't see off screen, unfortunately, but what I'm doing is I'm checking the blackening mark I put on there. I'm going to do some reassembly. Most of gunsmithing is a little bit of work, reassemble, test, more work, reassemble, test. But that was working, so I stopped doing the sounding bit. It's that simple, really. It's hard to show because you're removing tiny amounts. So what happened here, this arbor was actually threaded, but the screw is long gone. Where it's gone to, I couldn't tell you because I didn't lose it. It got lost somewhere in its 100+ year history. 150 year history, really. So, just tapped. Had a known screw size, and that's the screw I made out of an existing Robertson screw again. It's not doing any real damage, so I don't care if that's 100% accurate. You can't even see it anyways. It's just to stop the barrel from falling out when I hand it to somebody and they flip it open, and yeah. And it just feels nicer too. The barrel doesn't wobble as much. It keeps it. You can see here. It's hard to. Everything is symmetrical, lining up properly, and that's a perfect timing job. Harder than it looks, I have to say. So be patient, and keep at it. Taking a little bit off at a time, test a little bit off at a time, test, and you'll get some good results too. So the next bit, we'll move on. Thank you guys. Please like and subscribe, and watch out for the next video.